Whoa.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Full Court Press. I'm Chris Guyette here with Yvonne Juno. 5.5 weeks of nothing but NBA analysis and research has led to this moment. The first episode of Full Court Press. Before we start with basketball, I'd like to send out a few congratulations that happened over the weekend. First, Derek Jeter, very famous baseball player, probably the greatest New York Yankee of all time, retiring after 20 years. Congratulations, Derek Jeter, on a fantastic career, and I wish you all the best. To my boy, Peyton Manning, and my Denver Broncos. By the way, this is broadcasted from Lafayette, Louisiana, and yes, I am a Denver Broncos fan. My boy, Peyton Manning. Career touchdown number 500, 501, 502, and 503 in a 41-20 win yesterday. Congratulations to you, sir. Drew Brees made history yesterday. Quickest player to 40,000 passing yards with a single team.
Yeah, but he got 3 interceptions.
Yes, he did. But the Saints did pull it out in overtime, so congratulations to Drew Brees for once again making history. Jason Witten, Dallas Cowboys tight end. Only the third tight end in NFL history to 10,000 receiving yards. Congratulations to you, sir. And Tom Brady, 50,000 passing yards yesterday. Congratulations. On to basketball. 40 debate topics. Well, this is like ESPN First Take, man. Skip and Stephen A ain't got nothing on us. Just kidding. Love y'all. The first topic, we're going to start personal. The NBA Commissioner, Adam Silver, quote, "Sports betting is inevitable." Yvonne, does he have a point? Why or why not?
Well, of course he does. You couldn't stop it even if you wanted to. Okay? If it's not legal and it's not on the table and it's not out in the open for everybody to see, they're going to do it secretively. It's always been around. It always will be around. And it's stupid to think that you could stop it even if you wanted to. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel that would be. I mean, it's in every sport. It is involved in every kind of sporting event that there is. I think that's an accurate and true statement. And I think anybody that says that you could control something like that is really being naive.
I agree 100%. The NBA plans to advertise, legalize, and participate in sports betting. Good or bad move? Why?
It depends. There's 2 sides to that coin. If they advertise the betting and they legalize the betting, I think that's okay. Participating, maybe not so much. Because then your own personal feelings get involved. And let's say you're the bookie, the person who's in charge of it, or whatever. And let's say you're biased. And let's say that you want the bets and the swing vote to go to the team that you are in favor of. It's not going to be fair. It's not going to be fair. It's not going to be handled properly. It would be very difficult to get an impartial person to handle something like this. Do I think that they should advertise it, legalize it? Absolutely. It's not a problem. That's not a problem. Do you really think that when, what's his name, the boxer, Manny Pacquiao, whatever his name? Yeah. Do you really think that there was not hundreds of thousands of dollars being bet on that boxing match? They had people handling that. Okay? Did they pick an impartial person that has nothing to do with boxing to do it? Yeah, that's the way that it should be handled. Somebody who is given that job in that area of expertise so that they can handle it just like the CFO of any company would do. Okay? Participating in the betting, not too sure about.
Okay.
It could go either way.
I've done a lot of research on this. Okay. this is bad all around. Let me explain why. There are 50 states in the United States of America. In 41 out of 50 states, this is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
There is a law written, and trust me, in very fine print, like most of our laws are. This is illegal all around. Betting on horse races,
Mm-hmm.
betting on boxing matches, football games, basketball games. This is illegal.
Wait a minute, not to interject here, interrupt you, but not all events is it illegal in. Horse racing, the Kentucky Derby, you can go buy a ticket and bet $2 on your winning horse.
41 out of 50 states. Okay, let me rephrase. Professional sports.
Okay.
The NBA,
Okay.
the NFL, the NHL.
Okay.
This is illegal in 41 out of 50 states.
Okay.
By advertising this, by legalizing this in your company, you are breaking the law.
Then they would
You
need to change the
are
law.
breaking the United States law.
They would need to change the law. Yeah. I see where you're
This
going.
is bad all around, and it's just a bad look. I'm sorry, I took a quote from Skip Bayless. It's a bad look. What does this say? Because if the NBA does this, there is an effect that's going to carry over
It's
into
gonna
the
snowball.
MLB,
It's going to snowball.
into the NFL. It's just bad. To me, it's just bad.
Do you think that it's going to stop people from doing it?
Absolutely not. I agreed with you on that. You
Okay.
can't stop it.
Okay.
That's like, okay, we're going to stop people from doing drugs. No, you're not.
Well, that's like legalizing.
No, you're not.
That's like legalizing pot. Okay. People are going to smoke pot no matter what.
Right.
The minute
There
you
are
make
some-
it, okay, there's some people that say if you make it a legal substance to buy, then it's not going to be as big a challenge, and people may actually back off from it.
There's not going to be as big of a want factor.
Right. It's because it's because you're not supposed to do it that makes
That's
it a
what
bigger
attracts
challenge to do it. Right. However,
Look,
the minute you legalize it, that's the same thing as telling a 10-year-old it's okay.
it's
to
okay
do
to
it.
do. Right.
Right.
It's just.
I
And
see where you're
the
coming
NBA,
from.
basketball is the most played sport worldwide.
Mhm.
And the NBA, everybody looks up at the NBA. Everybody looks up to the NBA. All those European leagues, they're looking at the NBA like legendary. Like we look at Michael Jordan. That's how the Euro leagues look at the NBA. The NBA legalizing this, it's a bad look. It's just a bad move. And I think we answered the C question here, your personal thoughts.
Right.
We pretty much answered that in the first one.
Right.
Okay, next topic.
Well, I have a little addendum I'd like to add to what I said.
Sure.
Now that you put it that way, how could you advertise it and legalize it and not participate in it?
Right.
Okay. I see what
Right.
you're saying.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
By advertising and legalizing
Right.
it, you are participating in it.
But we both agree on the fact that it's not going to stop it from happening.
No. No.
Okay. But do we really have to add fuel to the fire?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Golden State Warriors general manager gets a 3-year extension. Keep in mind the general managers are under contract by the owner. The owner has the final say on everything, obviously.
Of course.
And the owner dished out a 3-year extension to the Golden State Warriors GM. Okay. We've been keeping up with basketball now since 2007.
Uh-huh.
And the Warriors were not that good in 2007.
No.
But since about 2010, they've added some players. Stephen Curry, Klay
Yeah.
Thompson, just to
Uh-huh.
name a couple. David Lee. They've improved.
Very much
It's
so.
been very obvious.
Yeah.
Playoffs the past 4 seasons. Good or bad move by Golden State, and why, in your opinion?
Don't fix it if it ain't broke. I know it's a dumb expression and I know it's old as time. But don't fix it if it ain't broke. He's doing a good job. They obviously all get along together. They obviously play as a unified team, and they obviously have respect, and they listen to what the GM is saying. So why would you? Of course, it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I don't see any reason not to give him.
Here's what.
That's my point.
This is a similar situation with the San Antonio Spurs. You cannot argue success.
Right. Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
You can throw stats at me all day long. Are you winning games?
Mm-hmm.
Are you setting goals and achieving your goals? And Golden State, I don't like Stephen Curry. I don't like Klay Thompson. I don't like the Warriors. I don't like how they treated Mark Jackson.
Right.
But they're a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And they are successful.
Mm-hmm.
Back-to-back 45 to 50-plus win seasons.
Let's be perfectly honest.
Come on.
We don't have to like them.
Come on.
You don't have to like them. The point is, are they doing their job and are they winning games? That's their job. To us, it's a sport. To them, it's a job.
Question B. How will Golden State, in your eyes, fare this season? Keep in mind the West is stacked, as always.
I think they won't do any worse than they did last year, but I don't see them doing any better. I think they're pretty status quo. I think they'll fare as well as they did last year. There were no dramatic changes in the off season, and I don't see. I think things are going to run pretty much as they did last season.
I see a playoff team.
Yeah,
playoff team.
Absolutely.
There was a quote made, and this last question is touchy, okay? There was a quote made by an anonymous source that I will keep anonymous, that Golden State is building their team around Stephen Curry.
If they do that, it'll be one of the biggest mistakes they've ever made.
Wait. Now, the way I actually came up with this question, because the way I look at that statement is, so Stephen Curry's the star of your team.
Right.
Because you build a team around the star.
Of course.
Is Stephen Curry a star in your eyes? Why or why not?
It depends on your definition of a star.
A star player.
I think he's a very good player. Does he compete with the likes of Michael Jordan or Dwayne Wade or LeBron James or
Kevin Durant,
Carmelo,
Kobe.
I mean, I could go on and on ad nauseum. Does he compete with them? No, absolutely not. Do I think he's better than the average player? Yes. Depends on your definition of a star. A star is someone who is a leader of the team. No, I don't think he's a star.
My definition of a star, and you're right, my definition of a star is not how many points you score.
No.
When the game is on the line.
When it comes down to the clutches.
Not even the clutch. Can you be responsible
Step
for
up to the plate.
Carrying the team?
No.
That is what a star does. Look at Peyton Manning.
Then no, wait, you can't compare football to basketball.
No, but I can compare the stardom because it applies in every sport.
Okay.
When the whole team is doing bad, the star is there to carry the load.
Oh, absolutely. That should be who you
Stephen Curry is not there yet.
No.
Will he get there? Oh, probably. Probably.
Right now.
Because he's got untapped potential. Is he an extremely good player? Yes.
And I can answer why he's not a star yet. Because he's still all about me. He's still all about me.
That's why you can't carry the team.
Right. It's an old expression. Again, I like me. Who cares who else does?
Well, he's too high on himself and he's putting too much weight on himself that he can't carry himself. How's he going to carry the team?
His ego's in the way of being a full team player.
The next topic, and I know you probably haven't heard of this because you've been in Ireland.
No.
Danny Ferry.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay.
Refresh my memory.
The Atlanta Hawks general manager. Okay.
Okay.
This is confusing, so follow me.
Okay?
Luol Deng
That person I know.
played for Cleveland before he became a free agent, and Miami signed him this offseason. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it was written down. Maybe somebody was writing a bio about Luol Deng, but there was a quote written down that said he's got a little African in him. From the Cleveland office. Follow me. Danny Ferry, the Atlanta Hawks general manager, they were wanting Luol Deng this offseason. They were targeting him. He was in their eyesight. Okay? Went on television and repeated this quote.
Is he white?
He is black.
Danny Ferry is black.
He repeated that quote.
In what context? How did that come up?
I don't know. Somebody was interviewing him, probably about Luol Deng. I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the thing. Okay? Nobody knows what context it came up in, why it came up. It was said.
Shame on him.
What should the Atlanta Hawks do?
Okay, wait a minute. It was said in a complimentary way, or it was said in a
Nobody
derogatory?
knows.
Well, yeah, you would know.
He could have
what
been
he said.
quoting.
Okay, but
He says it was not derogatory.
what was the actual statement?
He repeated the quote.
He's got a little bit of African.
He's got a little African in him.
That could have been a compliment.
It could have been. Okay? Which is why I ask you, what should the Atlanta Hawks do now?
Find out more about it. Dig. He could have been giving the guy a compliment. If he's black and he said that Luol Deng had a little African in him, he was not insulting him if he's from the same race. Now, if it had been a white coach that said that about a black player, then, oh my God, that would be racist all over the place.
I
Okay.
agree.
I think some more investigation needs to be done.
I agree. Now let's go to the second question.
Okay.
Should Danny Ferry be fired? Why or why not?
No, not till they know what he said and why he said it and what he meant.
I disagree.
Baby, he didn't necessarily.
I disagree.
He was not necessarily being disrespectful.
And I get that. Okay? However, you have to know your limits, Mr. Ferry. Should Danny Ferry be labeled as a racist? No, because he is black and he made this comment about a black player.
I have a question. I'm sorry to interrupt you. How does Luol Deng feel about
We'll
all this?
get to that.
Okay.
You have to look at this in context. We're just getting over the Donald Sterling stuff.
That's true.
Mr. Ferry,
Oh my God.
that
He's
stuff.
gonna be-
What did I say in our last
He's
debate?
going to be painted with the same brush.
What did I say in our last debate?
From now
The
on,
topic-
everybody
The
is-
topic came up.
Yeah,
Is that going to be hanging over the Clippers' heads?
yeah,
You said no. I say yes.
yeah.
Here you go.
I see where you're going.
Maybe you didn't mean it like that. And that's all well and good. Nobody is labeling you as a
But
racist.
everything is so fresh. He's being painted
But
with the same
there
brush
is a
that
limit.
Sterling
There is a limit, sir. You cannot
Okay,
go
he shoulda
on
known
television
better. He shoulda known
and
better.
re-quote this.
He should have known better.
Come on. What, it's been a month since the Donald Sterling stuff?
If a month.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Being painted with the same brush as Sterling.
As he should. I'm sorry. If this was 6 months down the road, no, he shouldn't be painted with the same
What
brush.
does Luol Deng say about this?
We'll get to that in just a second. And there's your question C. Are we in the midst of Sterling number 2? Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I would love to know how this even began in the first place.
Now,
what
this
generated.
now
the
this
con-
was-
You can't do some research on Yahoo or whatever and find out how
They don't
this
release
happened?
any of that. They're not going to release it. They're still investigating
Who
it.
did he say it
They're
to?
still investigating it. They're not going to release any of that information.
It might have been taken all out of context.
They're not going to release any of that information until the investigation is complete. However, I did this a few weeks ago, so there has been a final verdict.
What is Skip and
They were
Stephen
pretty
A. and
mad
all of
about
them?
it because of the reason I'm saying. Okay, there has been a verdict. The Hawks owner wants a new GM by December 31st.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I agree with it. I agree with it. We're just getting over the Donald Sterling stuff. You have to know your limits.
But baby, you're trying and convicting and crucifying somebody before you know all the facts.
It doesn't.
It might have meant it in a good way.
Sure. Which is why nobody's labeling him as a racist. But with the Donald Sterling stuff,
Should have kept his mouth shut.
you got it. You got it. And I have another question. What does him being a little African have anything to do with anything?
What does it mean? What did he mean by that?
No, why even bring it up? If you are looking to get this guy, Luol Deng, who, by the way, is a very underrated, very good basketball player, if you're looking to get him on your
Are you
team,
ever gonna answer my question? What does Luol Deng have to say about all
it's
this?
another topic.
Oh,
It's on the next page.
okay.
If you're looking to get this guy on your team, you're going to go and re-quote that? From the team he just left? Come on. Come on.
He's got a little African in him. That couldn't have been a compliment.
Come on.
The first thing you automatically
Is
think
race.
of, the first thing besides being racist, the first thing you automatically think of is that he's uncontrollable.
Yep.
He's like an animal you take
he
out
foams
of
at the mouth.
an animal you take out of the jungle and you can't control.
Foams out of the mouth.
Oh,
Next topic.
gee.
From a source, the Chicago Bulls have reached out to Ray Allen. That's right. Should Ray Allen be interested in signing with the Bulls? Why or why not?
Well, Ray Allen is still with Miami.
No, he is not. He is a free agent.
He's a free agent. As of
This offseason. And he's unrestricted. He can sign with anyone he wants.
okay.
Should he be interested in signing with the Bulls?
I'm about to answer that question, but you have to answer one for me. Miami doesn't want him back.
Oh, they're looking to resign him. I'm sure they've made an offer. I'm sure they have. I know the Clippers have made an offer. I know Chicago made an offer. I know Miami made an offer. That's what we know. Should he be interested in Chicago? Why or why not?
Who's that three-point shooter? I forgot.
Well, they've got Jimmy Butler at the shooting guard spot. Derrick Rose. They got Doug McDermott, the white guy out of Creighton, who can shoot a lot of threes and does it extremely well. He's a rookie. They have a Kirk Heinrich. They have a pretty good three-point shooting crew.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that one. Why doesn't he stay with Miami?
Elaborate.
Why doesn't he stay with Miami? Because LeBron left?
No, I don't think it's. I just think he's exploring his options. I think he's got one, maybe 2 years left in him.
Oh, I don't.
He wants to explore his options. Where do I want to retire?
Not only where do I want to retire, if I got one shot left
Where do I want to
at
go?
being with a team, I want to go with a team that I think is going to take me all the way to win me a final
There
ring.
you go. Or that I can help take.
Right.
So, Chicago, yes or no for Ray Allen?
How's Derrick Rose playing?
He is 100%. He looks great.
Then yeah. That would-
Why? Elaborate.
Because that would take them to the finals. I think that would help take the team and Ray to the finals. Yeah. I think. I don't know. It
Yvonne
depends on
Juno.
how you look at it.
Yvonne Juno. No. And here's why. You've got so many players on that Chicago Bulls team that are going to get so many minutes.
Oh, he's not going to get time to play.
You've already got a starting shooting guard.
Oh,
In Jimmy
he's
Butler.
not- I never thought about that.
What is Ray Allen's role?
He's going to warm the bench.
Wait a minute. With a starting lineup of Derrick Rose, Jimmy
I
Butler,
hadn't thought about that.
probably Doug McDermott, Pau Gasol, and Joakim Noah.
No.
What is Ray Allen's possible role on that
No,
team?
he's going to warm the bench.
And then the bench consists of Taj Gibson. I mean, who am I missing here? Taj Gibson, Kirk Heinrich.
Wait a minute. Unless Ray Allen doesn't really want to play, he just wants to be with a winning team. But
I
I
don't
don't
see
see
that.
that.
I don't see that.
I don't see that either.
No.
Why doesn't he stay in Miami?
He could. It's up to him.
Do you think that's where he belongs?
No.
Where does he
Again,
belong?
too many guys.
I want him to go back to Boston with Paul Pierce.
Well, but Paul Pierce ain't in Boston.
I know. I want Boston to be the way it used to
So,
be.
you know where I think he needs to go?
Where?
The Clippers.
Got a lot of star power in the Clippers,
But
babe.
no shooting guard. Who's the Clippers' starting shooting guard?
Don't know.
J.J. Redick.
Okay.
We know who J.J. Redick is. He went to
Yes.
Duke. He's very good.
Yes.
But guess what?
There's nobody there to take his place.
Inexperience.
Right. And if he gets hurt or something happens, there's nobody on the bench to take his place.
And the Clippers don't have a great bench as it is.
No, they're weak on their bench. I knew that. Did they make him an offer?
Clippers have
Extended
an
an
offer.
offer?
Yes, they have.
Do they have the money to pay him?
Oh, yeah. They're in Los Angeles. You kidding me? Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't even need to ask the B question. Should the Bulls even be pursuing Ray Allen? No, you don't need him. How?
Then why are they going after him if they don't need it?
Experience is the only thing I can
Just
think
for
of.
it to be said they have him?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
How do you expect the Bulls to fare this season? Remember signing Pau Gasol. Derrick Rose is back. They're in the East.
You're not going to like my answer.
Okay.
You always hate it when I say this.
Okay.
It depends on if Derrick Rose stays healthy.
I don't hate that. I agree with that.
Okay. And it's a shame. It's really a shame. Not that the players are not good enough on their own, but if Derrick Rose comes off or gets hurt or has to sit or whatever, it creates such a gap. And it brings morale down. And then it depends.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on if Derrick Rose fares well.
I
If he stays healthy.
Okay.
If he can play.
Okay.
I think they are going to be very good. If he's playing better or just as good as he was playing before, I see them going into the finals.
Over Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't you?
I'm going to take it one step further than
Come
that.
on, don't you?
Wait, I'm going to take it one step further than that. Not only does it depend on Derrick Rose's health,
Mm-hmm.
it depends on if Gasol and Noah can get along.
Yeah.
Two very brash personalities.
For the sake of the team, I certainly hope so. But you've got two very big
Because
egos
I
in the
don't
way.
care if you've got Derrick Rose on that court,
Right.
who arguably is the best scorer in the NBA
Yeah, but
all
you
around.
got two big egos in the way.
Can they get along? Can they play their role?
Right.
If they can, I put them over Cleveland.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's an issue of star power. There's a difference between having a lot of guys and a lot of stars. Cleveland has a lot of stars. Bulls have a lot of guys.
Right.
Moving on.
Egos get in the way, and it can ruin the whole team.
Moving on. Greg Monroe of the Detroit Pistons suspended 2 games for DUI.
Good.
Thoughts?
Okay, you really don't need to ask me about
Sure
this.
I do, because I have a lot to say about this
No,
one.
you really don't need to ask me about
Okay,
this.
so you want to hear my opinion on this?
Oh,
Because
I can sum it up for you very well. DUIs, DWIs, assaulting women, beating the hell out of women, rape.
you know, anything that's against the law.
Yeah, because if you or I did that, we'd be under the jail. Okay? I don't think athletes in any way, shape, or form, in any particular sport, in any caliber, I don't care if it's Michael Jordan, Peyton Manning, I don't care who it is. You break the law, you break the law. You should be treated like everybody
And go ahead and answer the
else.
second question, too. Should the NBA be stricter on DUI and DWI?
No, I think every sport should be handled exactly the same way. Why should they be treated any stricter than the NFL players? The ones that are the easiest on is the NFL players. Oh, yes, sir.
Baseball players? Really?
Yeah. Oh, the baseball players were for using
Come
drugs.
on.
But look what Roethlisberger did. Did he spend 1 day in jail?
I'm not arguing that. I'm saying that the baseball players can get away with a lot more.
No. Look what Rice did.
Okay? And he's paying for that.
Only because the press and the media hounded it to death till they did the right thing. I'm sorry, when it comes right down to it, it doesn't matter if you're a plumber or if you're an all-star NFL or NBA player. You break the law, you should pay the price.
Okay. It goes beyond that with this situation, and here's why. The Detroit Pistons have 2 big men. I mean, this transfers over to the court. Greg Monroe.
Of course it does. It affects
Wait.
everybody on the team.
And Andre Drummond. Oh, doesn't that name sound familiar?
Yes.
The leading rebounder in the league last year. So guess what? You just lost your starting spot to Andre Drummond.
Yep.
Because of a stupid decision, you have lost the opportunity to start.
Yeah. And it was his own.
Now,
And it was his own.
you can
personal.
enjoy your 15 minutes off the bench per game. And should the NBA be stricter? Yes.
Yes. Every sport should be.
2 games is nothing.
That's like a slap on the wrist.
That's not even a slap on the wrist. That's a poke in the arm.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
Did he
me?
get a fine? Did he get anything? Just suspended.
He got this.
Just suspended for 2 games.
He got this.
That's insulting.
It is insulting to us.
Not only to us, it's insulting to the guys who do the right thing.
Yep.
And if you look at it from the opposite side of the coin, the flip side, isn't that the same thing as telling the new rookies, oh, well, man, I'm going to go ahead and drive home even though I know I shouldn't, because what? The most they're going to do to me is suspend me for 2 games? It's like giving permission to the others to go ahead and break the law.
Oh, yeah.
Because, honey, I promise you, if they threw him off the team, the next time the guy picked up that beer that he knew was going to drive him over the edge, he would stop and ask himself, wait a minute, do I just want to flush my whole career down the toilet?
Yeah. No arguments here.
Absolutely. they should be stricter. But not just in basketball, in football, in soccer, in hockey, in boxing, in every sport. They should have to follow the same laws and rules that everybody else does.
Next topic. Cleveland officially inks Shawn Marion to a 1-year deal. Is this the right deal for the Cavaliers?
Why 1 year?
Because he's old. He's 37.
I hate it when you say that.
Is this the right deal for the Cavaliers? Why or why not?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, they need him. They need somebody with that much experience in that spot, but 1 year is almost an insult, isn't it?
Not for a guy at this point of his career.
How did he feel about it?
Well, he signed it, so he obviously felt pretty good about it. Is this the right deal for the Cavaliers?
Yeah, if you're going to get somebody with that. Who's playing that spot now?
LeBron. Yes and no.
Oh.
The yes part is because name a Cavaliers bench player.
Oh, I know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I know.
The no part.
Because you know what? LeBron is not invincible.
The no part.
Anybody can get injured, hurt, or sick.
The no part is that you put all of that defense that Shawn Marion brings, because I personally believe he's a better defensive player than an offensive player. Hang on 1 second.
You want to pause the thing?
Hello? Hey.
We've got dead air.
Oh no,
Oh.
we're back.
What's wrong? That's mad?
Yeah.
What'd she want?
No, she was telling me something about Zeus.
Is she home?
Yeah, right now.
She goes to work?
Yeah.
At what time?
Like 3, I think. Something
You
like
think? Okay. Is she coming over here?
that. Maybe after work. I don't know. I don't know.
What? She works from 3 to what?
I don't know. I don't know how the Monday stuff works. I never work on Mondays.
Oh God, this is going to be on our television.
You have all that defense on the bench. So it's doing you no good to just sit him there. I mean, I don't know. They were trying to get another guy to bolster their bench.
Baby, you can't not have anyone to take the place of LeBron if he gets hurt, injured, sick, the flu, anything. You can't just have an empty hole there. You got to have somebody, even though it's not of LeBron's caliber, to be able to step up and play in his spot. You follow me?
Yeah. I mean, it's a yes. There's a yes and a no aspect
Yeah,
to
I
that.
see where you're going with this.
So we'll skip all the way to D.
Yeah, because on C you've got how can Marion help? The
We
only way
just
he
said
can
that.
help him is if LeBron can't play.
Are the Cavaliers a lock to win the East? Because everybody's portraying them.
No,
Why not?
just because you've got LeBron back on the team does not necessarily mean that you've. No, I don't take anything for granted. Do you?
No, they're by no means a lock.
No.
And I'm not living up to the hype. I'm not.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm not doing it.
I don't
I'm
either.
not doing it.
I see the Spurs having a repeat.
Back to Luol Deng.
Okay.
He's saddened by Ferry's comments.
What did he say? Again.
Again, he wasn't going to elaborate on that. He said, "I'm saddened." That's a quote. "I'm saddened by these comments."
That's all he said.
He didn't want to elaborate
To
on
the
it.
press.
I don't blame
To
him.
the press, yeah.
Saddened. Is that the right emotion here? Should he be saddened?
I don't know because you don't know what Ferry meant by it. Do I think Ferry should have kept his mouth shut? Yes. Maybe saddened is the right word. Maybe he's thinking, maybe Dang is thinking to himself, with all the crap that just came down about Sterling, did you really have to go out there and make that kind of comment? That saddened me, that broke my heart. My feelings are hurt. Why'd you have to open your mouth? Why'd you have to make that kind of comment? Maybe saddened is the right word. Personally, sorry for saying this on the air, I think you should be pissed off. Because the more I think about it, the more I feel like that was a derogatory comment. He's got a little bit of African in him. The more I think about it, I'm thinking to myself, how could he have meant that as a compliment?
Why even bring it up if it was a compliment?
Right. That could not possibly
See,
have been anything.
I'm gonna take the raw Stephen A. Smith approach to this. Not, you're right. Not only should he be sad and he should be pissed, but I'm gonna give you a different reason. This man is black.
Uh-huh. He just ran down his own race.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but in a way, thank God he's white. He's black. Because if he was white,
You just insulted somebody of your
own
race.
race. And there is no way a comment like that could have been a
No.
compliment.
Why even bring it up?
There's the
I'm
more
about
I
done
think
with
about
this.
it, no.
I'm about done with this.
That could not have possibly been a compliment in any way, shape, or form.
Chauncey Billups.
Does Maddie want you to go home?
No.
She was just checking in
Yeah.
with you? Okay.
Chauncey Billups. Quote, "It's time."
It's time for
He
what?
retired. Remember?
Oh.
Right before you left for Ireland, he retired. Quote, "It's time." Thoughts?
Oh, well, I think I think if he thinks that it's time, then he should retire. Anybody who feels that way and thinks that way, if they stay on, they're not going to give you 100%. He may be overtired. He may think, okay, I've had enough. If he continues to play, he may get hurt. He may be a detriment to the team instead of being a benefit to the team. If he's already got that mindset, because you know what? Your mindset may be up to, depending on the person, maybe up to 50% of their playing ability. Because if you've already got it in your mind, I shouldn't be doing this crap anymore, then it's going to affect his game, which will affect the team.
My thoughts on this.
If he wants to leave, it's time to leave.
My thoughts on this are, it's saddening
Yes.
because I love Chauncey Billups. I
Yes.
always have. But the biggest emotion I feel from this is respect.
Yeah.
Because
He's not trying to push himself
a lot of people
to do
out
what
there,
he feels that he can't do
a
anymore.
lot of athletes out there, i.e. Brett Favre,
Yes.
don't know when to call it.
Leave on a good note. Leave
Kevin
with a good
Garnett.
record.
Kevin Garnett, same thing. You got to know when it's time.
Right. You
But
got
not
to,
only respect.
you got to know your own capabilities.
Not only just respect for the team and respect for the fans, but respect for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go out there if I can't give it 100%.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to know your. That's what I just said. You have to know your own limitations.
Your personal thoughts on Chauncey Billups.
I think they're losing a wonderful player, but if that's the way he feels, they should respect his feelings. If they try to guilt him into staying, or if he has second thoughts and decides to stay, he'll get hurt. He'll get injured. He'll be a weight that the team has to carry around. He's already made up his mind. Respect the man's wishes. He thinks it's time to go. But I think they're losing a good player.
My personal thoughts on Chauncey Billups. I mean, that's, again, respect. I've got nothing but respect for Chauncey Billups. He's never been in any trouble.
No.
He's never caused a stir.
Never been arrested, never beat anybody up, never caused a scene. Right.
Nothing but respect. Any lasting impressions on Chauncey Billups? Anything that's going to stick out in your mind when you think of him? Because we know he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Anything that's going to stick out in your mind?
That he always showed up. He always showed up. That's the best thing I can say for
He's called Mr. Big Shot for a reason.
That's the best thing you can say about anybody.
And I'm going to take it one step further.
He always showed up.
I'm going to take it one step further, and I'm going to use an example. When he went to the Los Angeles Clippers 2 years ago and joined forces with the likes of CP3 and Blake Griffin,
right?
Who was named captain of that team? Chauncey Billups.
Yeah.
Over the legendary Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And why?
He had earned it, baby.
Because he is the ultimate team player.
And he had earned that title.
Always makes the right decision.
Because
whether it's to shoot the ball, pass the ball.
Because he always thinks of the team first.
And he's clutch.
Right.
He's as clutch as they come. Chauncey Billups, congratulations.
Yeah.
On a fantastic career. 2 rings. Congratulations. Nothing but respect.
He's tired. He's had enough.
Nothing but respect.
Please, I hope they're not laying a guilt trip on him, are they?
No, absolutely not.
They're respecting his wishes?
Yes.
Okay, good. Nobody's been running him down about this?
Doc Rivers wouldn't let anybody.
Okay, who's taking his place?
A multitude of people. There's a multitude of people out there. I mean, there's...
Who do you think Doc's going to put in his place?
Any bench players. I mean...
Come on.
He didn't start. He didn't start.
I know that. But if it came down to it... Who would you put in his place if you needed to have somebody in that hole? In that slot?
I mean, they gave up Darren Collison.
Yeah.
So... you have to go and sign somebody.
Okay.
Golden State, speaking of signing people, Golden State signs Brazilian legend Leandro Barbosa. He played with Phoenix for those glory years with Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire and all them. I mean, there's nothing really much to say. He's going to help the Warriors because he plays just like the rest of them. I want to move to the third question. Is Golden State a legitimate threat in the West? Why or why not?
I can't answer that. We have to see how they start off playing. There have been some changes on that team.
No. They're not.
If they're not, okay, let me elaborate before you elaborate. If they're not, I can tell you why they won't be.
Why is that?
Because of Curry.
What about him?
Because he wants to call all the shots. He wants to be the star. He's the ball hog. He wants to dominate the court. And he wants to
He wants to be it.
Right.
Okay.
He would be the person standing in their way.
And you're not wrong, but I'm going to take it not one but two steps further than that. I have never seen a more one-dimensional basketball team in my entire
Oh, you know
life.
exactly what they're going to do.
Three-pointer.
Hold on.
Hold on 1 second.